Hi everybody, my name is Brandi Nicole and I'm here with weekly news. I have my co-star, Donald Green.
How you doing, everybody?
Okay, so this week we're going to talk about all the gun violence that's been happening because it's been really significant throughout these past few days. And we just wanted to recap and give you guys our advice, tips, opinions, and all that good stuff. So first, we're going to talk about the Gilroy Garlic Festival, the mass shooting that took place. I guess, Don, you want to give us a little backstory about what kind of happened at the shooting?
Yeah, I believe the shooter was a 19-year-old male. He purchased his gun in Nevada, crossed state lines illegally with the gun, and snuck past security. I guess it was a real busy festival. He snuck past security, cut through a fence, breached the fence, and then started opening fire at random people. I believe he killed three.
Yeah, he killed three people. Unfortunately, one was a 6-year-old boy and one was a 13-year-old girl.
So yeah, the shooter, like I said, started firing at random, and the police responded within a minute, which was great. They engaged the suspect and neutralized him. Killed him on scene. So he could have done a lot more damage than what he initially did, but one life is too many, and we're starting to see these shootings happen a lot more frequently. And that's why we're here to just talk about them and talk about how we, the citizens, can start the movement to change these things so they don't continue to happen. Moving forward.
Some have been speculating that it's been a white supremacy attack, but he's actually from Italian and Iranian descent. So I guess a lot of news articles and news stations have been saying it's unmotivated, but I think it has to do with some type of maybe not terrorist attack, but I think he had something not wrong with him, but some internal issues that maybe need to work through. Because I know you were saying that.
Yeah, when the shooter was an eyewitness at the scene said somebody actually screamed to him, why are you doing this? Why are you shooting everybody? And his response was, the shooter's response was, because I'm so angry, because I'm so angry. So he clearly had some personal things going on. I have no idea about his personal life really. So he could have just hit that last. He could have just snapped, and that was the way he took out his anger, which was the complete wrong way to go about things. But that's why we didn't have laws and better policies in order so people like that cannot obtain weapons to cause that much destruction and have that much carnage in that short amount of period of time. Because even though the police were able to engage him within a minute, he still killed three people. And that's real unfortunate just for somebody to be just angry. We're all angry and we don't go out and do those things. So it's just real unfortunate. So
it is very unfortunate. And police also found a shotgun in his car, and they found a gas can with plenty of other things. He drove a Honda Accord, and they actually found 4 different license plates registered to him. He had 2 for Nevada and 2 for California, and the background story, about himself, it seemed like he was growing up in a really nice, he grew up in a really nice suburban area, and he moved to, I guess, Nevada, and he had a really nice house in Nevada. So it was just weird how this all happened. I guess, like I said, he just had some internal issues he had to work through, but that's just not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. You need to go see somebody, go seek help before it gets too late, because when it gets too late, this is what the result of it is. And people who sell guns to people who just think they're okay, I think there needs to be a thorough, background check and maybe a psychological exam just to make sure everybody is stable enough to own a gun and have a whereabouts. Because there are a lot of people who own guns as well that are suicidal. I know that's a side note, and they have a gun and they were able to purchase it, but if they have those conditions, the gun companies and the gun shops should know that before selling to somebody with those conditions. So I feel like that sort of wraps up what happened at the Gilroy Garlic Festival. Like I said, our condolences for anybody who had family members who lost their loved ones. We're so sorry, and we'll be praying for you.
yeah, that's all we can do, and that's sad. Seem like we say the same thing after every single one of these shootings. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. We always give those. We always give our condolences, and we always want to do better. We pray for better. But like I said, it just starts with us, the people. We have to vote for better policies, vote for better people in office that care, that are actually going to do something and not just talk about it. And for us, it starts locally, and from locally, it can go to nationally. So we just have to take baby steps before we walk. So we just have to all have same mindset when it comes to these shootings and want to solve them. Personally, I don't ever think they will be solved because when Sandy Hook happened and children were killed, nothing was changed. So it's real unfortunate, but all we can continue to do is push the narrative and try to just do all we can as the citizens to vote for better people, vote for better policies, and just hope for better tomorrow. So our condolences, and we send our love and our prayers to everybody involved and affected by the tragic incidents that happened at the Garlic Festival.
Thank you, Don.
Next, we're going to reflect on the tragic shooting that happened in El Paso, Texas at the Walmart Supercenter.
And it happened about a little after 10:30 a.m. The suspect's name is Patrick Wood Crusius. He was a 21-year-old white male. He was a white supremacist. He's also a Trump fan, just to point that out. A lot of articles that I was reading about, CNN, ABC, all kind of give that background story. And it's not weird, but the thing is, he's a fan of Trump, and so he had a 14-page essay that he posted to
8chan,
which is a white supremacy.
It's not specifically a white supremacist website, but a lot of those views get pushed on there. Something like Breitbart. If you go there, that's pretty much all you see. So he posted his manifesto on there before he actually went into Walmart and started shooting people. And actually began shooting people in the parking lot before he actually entered the store.
Yeah, and he bypassed, unfortunately, all the white people. Not unfortunately, but just it's sad to talk about this because it's crazy how someone can go and just drive. You know what I mean? Do that. Go into the Walmart, go get something to eat. He actually bypassed all the white people and the black people that were in the Walmart parking lot and just shot at Hispanics, which is really unfortunate. And actually, his manifesto that he posted on that website was basically a 14-page essay, like I said, about his white nationalist and anti-immigration views. So that kind of seems like he was already motivated to, do something, but nobody knew he was going to take it this far.
Just reflecting on some of the details about the shooter. You don't want to say his name, don't want to give him any type of fame or nothing like that, so I'm going to just refer to him as a shooter. He was a big time Trump supporter. On his social media pages, he actually had a picture that he took from Reddit of Trump's name spelled out in a bunch of handguns and rifles and stuff like that. And in his manifesto, he did, voice his support for Donald Trump and, refer to Donald Trump's rhetoric about how, they're bringing drugs, the criminals, the rapists, and just all of the rhetoric that could just fuel the fire of a crazy person. And I'm not directly tying the president as saying it's his fault. I'm not blaming him directly because I don't believe it is. But, however, when you encourage and, have hateful words and, you spew negative rhetoric on a specific culture of people, and we have crazy people out here who are nuts and need one little thing to go over the edge, things like this will happen. We need a leader in the White House who sends a positive message, no matter what the race, no matter your color, no matter where you come from. And us citizens react to that. We go off that. Us level-headed citizens, us people who are not that mentally stable, we pay attention to the president, especially in this day and age. And if you're spewing constant hateful rhetoric about race and a religion or a culture, people who support you who are not that mentally stable are going to go over the edge and do things like this. So, his words do go a long way. And like I said, I'm not saying it's directly his fault because crazy people are going to be crazy people. But, his words, they travel and they go a long way. And when you have a manifesto like this, as detailed as it was, and you have social media postings like the one he had, it shows you how powerful his words are. So, that is something that, we the people can address in the upcoming election, the next election. So, we can make the change and, we can make the difference because we need a leader who can lead us in a positive direction always and not just one class of people and not focus on one group of people.
Exactly. And just tying it back to the incident, just a couple more details. The victims that were shot ranged from 15 years old to 90 years old, which is crazy to me because that means he just literally was not, just didn't have a care and was just shooting. As long as he thought you were Hispanic, he shot, which is crazy. And the FBI are still investigating this. He's being charged, the shooter is being charged with capital murder, and the FBI is still actually investigating the whole incident. They don't know whether to treat it as terrorism attack, or if they're going to treat it as a hate crime. So, when we get more details about this incident, we will definitely be back for the follow up. So,
Definitely, and it definitely sounds. Leaves all the breadcrumbs of a hate crime. This guy lived almost 700 miles away from this El Paso Super Walmart Center. When you were at that Super Walmart Center, you could literally look and you could see the border of Mexico. So he deliberately went there with the intention to kill Hispanic people, to send a specific message. And, he did. And, like Brandi was telling me earlier, people who were affected by the shooting didn't even want to seek help because they were scared they would get deported or put in ICE detention camps or not be able to reconnect with the loved ones or get the information that they desperately needed at that time. And it's just so sad that that fear had to be in the front of their heads at that moment. That their main concern couldn't be addressed because they were fearful of potentially getting locked up for just going to seek help for a tragic event that just happened to their loved ones or potentially to them. Those people who didn't even want to go to the hospital. And like I said, it just all ties back to the rhetoric and the negative words that have been spewed from the top. And it just sucks that those people couldn't go seek help at one of the most vulnerable and desperate times of their lives because they were fearful of potentially getting locked up or thrown in ICE camps or something of that nature.
Away from their family, getting deported on some inclination that they're not there legally. So,
and even if they aren't, like that. Yes, that is a crime. Yes, that should be addressed, but not in this moment. Like, we're people. We have to have compassion. Yes, laws have to be followed, and yes, rules and regulations must be instilled and put in order. Yes, we understand that. And we're working on those things. But we also must work on the people who are here at this moment in time. We must treat them with compassion and love, and we must help them when they are in need and not have them in fear when they are in need. Because that's just going to create a chaos in society. And we don't need that. We need people to be able to trust us, and we need the immigrants to be able to count on us if they need us because we're all people at the end of the day. And just them having that fear that they couldn't get help at that time was really disappointing, and it really says what type of state our nation is at this point in time and how much change and how much of a shakeup we do need because this is not right. This is not the way to go.
I believe that'll wrap up our talk about the El Paso, Texas shooting. Finally, we're going to talk about the Dayton, Ohio shooting that happened around 1:22 a.m. in the nightlife district around Ned Pepper's bar. And his name is Connor Betts. He's 24 years old. He was going into the Ned Pepper's bar before six police apprehended him. He was wearing a bulletproof vest. He was wearing a mask. And he also had hearing protection with him before he started shooting people. He started shooting before he went into the bar. And that's why he tried to go in the bar and he started shooting. And unfortunately, he actually shot his sister and the companion of his sister who was driving with them. He wounded that person, but they survived.
Yeah, and he went in. His intention was to kill a lot more people than he originally did. He had multiple drum magazines. Like Brandi said, he had a bulletproof vest, hearing protection. So, he was ready for war. To raise hell on those innocent people. And in the surveillance videos, you actually see him running towards the club and trying to go inside the club until police engaged him and neutralized the suspect. So, he did kill multiple people, and a lot of them were African American. Those were the type of people that he was targeting in his attack. So, it's like I said, it's very unfortunate again, and it just, we have to change our gun laws, our policies, the background checks, the process when it comes to getting them, and a lot of things because, all these three shootings, the suspects use the same type of weapons. And those type of weapons are needed for innocent, everyday civilians like me and you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just meant for, people that are in war in other countries, in war-torn countries who are authorized and trained to use those weapons. There's no reason why me or you should be go out and be able to purchase that, with no problem in one day. It shouldn't be easier to purchase that than it is to, get a car or get jewelry or, something like that. So it just sucks to see, and it's very sad and unfortunate to see what happened in Dayton. It could have been avoided, and we never want to see those many people affected by such a tragedy that can be avoided and should be avoided in the future.
Exactly. He actually injured 24, or killed, 24 people. He injured 9 people in 32 seconds of him shooting. So, like you were saying about he also, had an extra magazine and, like you said, the drums and such. It's just, I feel like our hopefully next new president will have some more regulation on the gun laws, because I feel like if somebody can go out and purchase all these guns, like Don was saying, these assault type rifle guns, we don't need those. Like, I understand if you feel threatened, if you feel attacked, if you have a home and you want to stay safe, you don't need, a whole stick on you to feel safe. I feel like there's plenty of other guns that are handheld, easy, and will keep you safe at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. And there should be no argument that it cannot be done. It can be done. It is getting done every single day. Not the first world countries in the world. You go to Austria, you go to the UK, you go to Paris. They have their incidents. Yes, they have their shootings as well. But if you look at the statistics now, less frequently they happen there, versus here. It's unbelievable. So it can be done, and it is getting done. And it just takes the people who lead the country to actually care, to actually want change, and to actually want to make a difference, and not be scared to face that crowd and tell this crowd, hey, we're not trying to take your guns away. We're just trying to minimize all these senseless shootings. There's no reason why you should have these powerful weapons like you do. So here are a list of weapons that are civilian approved that you can get, that you can defend your home, that you can go out and hunt with, that you can still have just as much fun with. You do not need all that firepower. And we need somebody to step up, to take that action, and take that first step. And if the first step is taken, the civilians and the citizens of the country will follow. So, it can be done. It is getting done all around the world, except here for some reason. We call this the greatest country in the world, the country with the most opportunities, the land of the free, yada, yada, yada. But I can't go to the park. I can't go to the grocery store. I can't go to a festival. I can't go to a concert. So something has to be done. Something has to change. And it starts with us. And I hope it does start, this next election with a new president who can set new guidelines and new goals for us to achieve and us to accomplish when it comes to gun violence in America.
Police also found a shotgun in the shooter's car. And before the actual shooting took place in Dayton, he actually liked several of the El Paso, Texas shooting tweets. And he was also, from people that knew him and knew of him, was known to be obsessed with mass shootings and violence. So that also plays a role into somebody trying to purchase a gun. If you knew that about the person, and if you did a thorough background check, I don't think he would have ever obtained that gun at all.
Yeah, exactly. And it also, as I say, it starts with the laws. It also starts with us at home, too. We have to call out if we see something suspicious with one of our relatives or anybody, one of our friends or anything like that. We have to be more cognizant and more aware. And, if they have unusual behavior, or if they have, a change in behavior, or they start, liking things, or, watch certain videos or anything like that, any type of influence negatively that you see, you have to call it out. Any type of mental deficiency, you have to call it out. So that person isn't allowed to obtain a gun. So when they do flip, they don't have, a gun with a drum magazine ready to cause hell and carnage on, innocent people shopping at a shopping mall. So it starts with us at home, and like I said, with the people at the top, running the country. So we can do our part, on the ground. We need to do the footwork. We need to do as much as we can and all we can to prevent these things from even growing and, I don't know the words. But if we do see anything suspicious, we just need to call it out, because, if we say something, if you see something, say something. As cliche as that sound, it works. And a lot of things could be avoided if we went by that motto. And apply it to your loved ones, apply it to your friends. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it can save a life. It can save 10 lives. It can save 22 lives. It can save 3. It can save 6. So, we need to do better, and hopefully we get better with time. And with all these tragic things happening, hopefully we learn from these mistakes and we just do better tomorrow.
Yes, and like Don said, please, if you see something, say something. Even if you see somebody acting suspicious, you think they're doing something, even if it's a family member, a loved one, like you said, you can save so many other lives. And America is just tired of having people die for no reason. These people, and we're letting these people just walk the streets. These people are certain people that have been the suspects of the shootings are the ones who get slaps on the wrist. And this is what's the cause of that. And I just want to thank you guys for watching our video. We hope it was very informational. We hope it was very informative. Just even if you guys have any topics or anything that you want us to research and talk about, I would love to do that. Just let me know. Please subscribe, like, comment to this. I'll honestly be doing more news segments, so just look out and be on the lookout for those. There'll probably be weekly recaps just of what's been going on, because America is going through a lot of stuff right now, and I just think everybody needs to be aware and kind of informed about what's going on, even if it's just a local reporter. So I just want to thank you guys again for watching. And Don, I just want to thank you for appearing on my news segment, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.